Park Beyond, Planet Coaster meets the 2-point series is coming out on June 16th. At the time I'm recording, in a couple of days. And what you can see over here is a private playtest. For example, in the campaign, I only have access to a couple of missions, but still, I think it is a great way for you to see if this game is going to be for you or not. Given that this is a new game, to avoid potential copyright strikes, I've taken out the music, but it's actually a pretty good music. Let's dive right in with the campaign. There's going to be clearly campaign and sandbox. And it actually starts with some cinematics where you can see what the game is going to be about, which is similar to Planet Coaster, right? You're going to create a park, but it's not a normal park. It's definitely a crazy park, as you can see. The laws of physics won't really apply. You're going to have people flying around and all those kind of things. It's going to test your imagination, let's say. And then you don't actually dive right into the game. You know, you have a bit of a cinematic where, I mean, this is our player. I think this is who we are. And as you can see, well, we are waking up pretty late. It feels strange to me that we don't have hands, but okay, that's part of the fun. And we're sort of a designer, you know, you're gonna see that we are designing some of these crazy rides like this. I don't want to spoil everything, and you're probably here to see a bit more kind of what the gameplay is gonna be all about. So let me skip further ahead. Okay, so now we are actually in the first mission of the campaign. I mean, this is a city, this is where we live, so it's not really a park, but we're gonna transform it into a park. If you look over here, you have your help center that is going to give you, you know, the basics of how to move your camera, how to zoom in, zoom out. So you can go actually pretty close to the ground, you know, as you can see. I think some people may have some comment about the art style, but all in all, I would say this is pretty detailed, looking pretty good. Okay, now it's time to start building our first ride. So obviously at the beginning you don't really have access to much, so I'm gonna skip ahead. But basically, you know, I'm making the first ride. Now it's teaching me how to rotate. Now we started to build our first ride, and what's really cool is you can actually test it, right? So let's reset the test train and actually ride it and see what happens. So far so good. Okay, we don't have too much speed. We're gonna get pulled up all the way over here, and then I think it's gonna go down pretty fast. Ooh. I should see the speed. Where is the speed over here? Okay, what's happening? And going up again. Let's see. And down. And we're crashed. And that was just at speed 1. You can actually speed 8 if you want. Let's restart quickly for me to show you. You know, it's gonna go a lot faster. So when you want to test your rides, go at speed 8. Up, and another crash. Now during the mission, you're also going to have choices to be made. Like, do you want a cannon or do we want a stunt ramp? I think a cannon looks really cool. So it is, we have a cannon, we can launch it up or down. Now in this next part of the mission, I was pretty much left to do whatever I wanted into this space. So let me show you what I decided to do. Okay, so we're arriving at the top over here, where we ended last time. And now we're going to go into the cannon, go into some donuts, between buildings, go up and down again, and up again, up and down. It's still pretty simple, obviously, but it shows you the type of thing you can do, and in particular also, you know, how you can play with the terrain. And it was pretty easy for me to do something like this in, you know, just 1 or 2 minutes. Now I could use the cannon to go over the lake, but instead I've also unlocked the tunnel now. So we're gonna tunnel through this. And here is my tunnel. Go up and up and up and down. Okay, and we quickly move into the second mission of the campaign, but the first real mission, because we have a park now. You can see over here the parking lot, you know, the entrance, this is over here, right? And this is where it starts to look a bit more like a Planet Coaster, right? We can choose the park entrance fee or things like this, right? We're gonna have to deal with money and not just creating whatever we want. How many visitors? 0. That's not great. How happy are they? 0%. Not great either. First mission, let's create some path. Okay, yeah, that's probably a good idea to connect or entrance to anything else. So you can choose, you know, the width or curve. There are many different things, right? So we'll get into that in the future, and everything costs money, as we said. So we have a ride over here called the Cash Lander. It is closed, so we should probably open it if we want people to join it. Right now we don't have access to tons of different rides, but as you can imagine, we're gonna be able to do a lot in the future. But you can also see, you know, there will be different types of rides. Some rides are more for adults, some for families, some for teens. So we're gonna need to manage all of this. And here it is, finally some people are coming. 22 so far, and they are 50% happy. It's better than nothing. Is there somebody that's going to go into this ride? No. Yes, it is. First one into my new ride, the pirate ship. So let's actually ride it with them. So far, not too big. Can you go higher and higher? Ooh, now that's getting interesting. Whoa, okay. And I know you can't hear the sound, but people are screaming right now. I am too. Yeah, I can imagine everybody screaming. You know, you can click on each individual. You can see this is Anthony and friends. They're going somewhere. They have different needs. What is that? Is that a family? Mrs. Washington and company. Here we have the Palmer family. So many people all together. Now she's also asking me what theme the park is gonna be, so I think we're gonna get a lot of different ornaments and things like this to tailor, to customize your park. So I need to get a positive monthly income with 2 profitable rides and 170 teenagers. Let's go for it. So I built a candy apple shop over here that's selling actually way more than just candy. As you can see over here, I can choose what I want to sell and at which price. I can change a lot of other things too, including the visuals. You know, we can change the uniform of that guy. What color? You're gonna be like, now you're blue. Okay. You have a lot of overlays to see what is happening. You know, who is, for example, thirsty. Okay. You guys are thirsty, it seems. Who's looking for food and where am I offering food, or all those type of things. So you can quickly find out your problems and what they're actually looking for, so you can optimize, make them happy, make more money, all those type of things. Slowly but surely, the park has grown. We have added a couple of prefabricated attractions. We've also added a couple more of toilets. We're selling food, drinks. We have benches for them to wait and relax. We have, of course, also trash can and janitors to clean everything. And now we're gonna build our first roller coaster. We could take one that is already created, like, you know, this one has been prefabricated if you wish, or this one also prefabricated, or we can create one ourselves, right? So let's try that. So of course I created one myself completely, and you can really do a lot of things. You know, if I go back into edit over here, you can choose a lot of things. First of all, there is this concept of you need to choose some hooks. So what is this attraction is going to be known for? In my case, it's known for being a comet. The train must reach at least a speed of 120 kilometers per hour. And of course, each of these, you know, sort of hooks will have different impact on the fun, profitability, and amazement, and also who likes it, right? Like the teens like this. Then the second thing I have is a stun ride. You know, there is a ramp over here. But then, of course, I also decided everything. You know, I placed myself all of the tracks. I said, where do I want chains? Where do I want brakes? Where do I want, you know, those strange things like those hoops, or even jumps like this, or cannons? You know, I decided everything. You can even choose if you want backward or forward from the beginning over here. So anyway, let's actually try this together in high speed. So we're going backward first and foremost, you know, that's the first big thing. We're going high and high and high, so you can see everything that's happening in the park. And now we're going to go down very fast. Oof. We had a break over here because otherwise we would be in big trouble. Then we're going up again, and now we're gonna do some fun up and down. Whoop, and on the side we're turning. And now we're going to jump into the sky and hope we get catched. Yeah, and we have arrived. Whew. So yes, for my first ride, I'm pretty happy. So obviously we also need an entrance and an exit. And let's see if people actually like it. Who's gonna be the first to ride it? I mean, it is a bit at the end of my park. That's obviously not a great idea, but you know, still learning the game. Come on, who wants to be the first? Oh, are you gonna be the first? You seem a bit young for it, but okay. Go for it. Waiting. They're inside. Ooh, they're having fun. Oof. We had so much fun and we're truly amazed and the fee is okay. So that seems right. And we can see that it's not profitable at all, which I think the main reason is just too far from everything else, you know. Most of my people need to go all the way over here. That's not a good idea. I should have put it right in the middle in terms of the entrance. But at least there's a small queue that's starting. So it may become profitable, who knows. And even some people are saying the fee is a bit high, actually. But there's more people that saying it's okay, so should be fine. In terms of feedback, they're loving it. It's just the utilization that's pretty low, but nah, should be hopefully going a bit higher soon. And with this, we have finished the second mission of the campaign. Obviously, very much still a tutorial. We're learning how to stay profitable, how to also increase our park level by increasing the appeal, which is the fun and cleanliness. Even if my custom roller coaster is actually making a loss. In terms of sandbox, of course, I'm sure we're gonna get many different biomes. You have a lot of difficulty levels. You can choose your starting fonts and many other things. Papillon coming out in full version in a couple of days. 16th of June 2023. So I think this clearly has a lot of potential. Of course, we need to play it further. We need to go through the campaign, see all of the options that will be available in the sandbox. But I'm interested. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. You know, is this something that you're going to pick up? Is this something that you want to see on the channel? Should we do the full campaign together? Any challenges that you want to see? Love to hear your thoughts. Please smash the like button and I hope to see you next time.